The mood at PDP headquarters today was that of urgency and reckoning as party elders gather for high-stakes Board of Trustees meeting. Secretary Ahmed Makarafi wasted no time in urging members to stop demarketing the very platform they hope to revive.
I believe even those who have taken a trip, majority will be temporary. What is important is for us to address executing the main agenda items on the agenda. A very successful convention producing leadership that creates confidence will lead to a lot of people retracing their steps.
Then came a sharp rebuke from the acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, who slammed recent defections, declaring the PDP as the only opposition party with the structure and strength to unseat the governing All Progressives Congress APC.
Many who jump on from one side to the other return to our fold. Some even claim they have never left. With this, I want to leave a word that what you see here today, the serenity, the calmness and the composure of this neck attests to the fact that PDP is still one and waxing stronger.
Attention then shifted to the highly anticipated National Executive Committee meeting, where PDP's top leadership huddled behind closed doors. After tense 2 hours, a key decision emerged. The National Convention has been moved to November the 15th and the 16th. The party also announced plans to hold its 102 NEC meeting in August, signaling a ramp-up in political strategy.
NEC directed the National Chairman, His Excellency Ambassador Ilya Damagum, and the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, to officially write to inform the Independent National Electoral Commission of the time, venue, and agenda of the elective National Convention in accordance with the requirement of Section 82, Subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 and Part 2, Sub 12 of the Regulations and Guidelines for Political Parties 2022.
Mary Chinda, Rise News.
Well, that was Debo Ologunagba, PDP's National Publicity Secretary. However, for more on the outcome of PDP's National Executive Council meeting and how it could help in repositioning the party, we are now being joined by Chief Emmanuel Ogidi, the Interim Chairman, South-South Zonal Caretaker Committee of the People's Democratic Party. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you, Awa, and good afternoon, viewers.
Well, how did the PDP NEC meeting address internal disputes and divisions within the party, and what steps were taken to promote unity and reconciliation amongst members?
Well, first I will say that you see, each time we come out of the NEC meeting, even when people expect us to be frowning, we're always smiling, because we really talk to ourselves. You know, the PDP is still, like you rightly said, the main opposition party. We realize that. And we realize that the electorate are waiting for us, so we have to do everything, including whatever it will take to make sure we're back on board. And you can see from the last few days up to this moment, see what we have done. See how we came out smiling, took those positions. And then by the time we get to next month, you see that we'll be more than ready.
Well, we know that the decision to keep
Sam,
yes, that's me, Sam Anyanwu as the National Secretary of the party. But we also know that there have been high-level defections from the PDP, members like Atiku Abubakar leaving the party, some to join the coalition, and most of them have actually gone to the APC. What will be the approach that the PDP has to stop your members from leaving, and also leaving in anger, as it seems most of them are doing?
Well, I wouldn't use the word anger anymore because we have been trying to do, we're doing what we believe will bring everybody back. Yes, they left. Not necessarily because of, now, let me say, we needed to take the bitter pill, and we have taken the bitter pill. Some people, like I said in my last interview, have still not taken it. But you can see, after taking the bitter pill, you can see the progress so far. So those who have left, I'm very sure they will come back. Because PDP is still the major opposition party that can defeat APC in the next election. Because we have what it takes. For, for the 26 years we have been established, you see, last night I was touched when I listened to Professor Odenta. He was talking about PD and I was so happy. And I'm happy to be associated with PDP. And like I keep saying, it's an Iroko tree. Yes, we'll be shedding leaves, but the good thing now is that we're in the rainy season. So the leaves will grow back faster. So those who have left, I'm very sure they will come back. First, they didn't expect that we're going to get to this point. Now that they know that we're getting to this point, you can see them coming back. Most of them have not even resigned. They have not. Check the record. As far as we know, they are still with us. Some of them who attended the ADC meeting at that time, were in the meeting yesterday, were in the NEC meeting yesterday. They only went to observe what was going on. And like we said in our communique, you cannot serve two masters. Even the Bible, the good book says so. You can't serve two masters. And the Constitution does not allow it. And because they have not resigned, you cannot say they're no more with PDP. Yes, because of the association. So that you may even see me greeting one of the ADC members, you think I've the camp. No, I've not defected. So also are those people. So don't think, yes, some prominent people have, but we still expect them to come back because this is their home. PDP is the home of the progressive. PDP is the home of Democrats. That's why it is called People's Democratic Party. PDP is not owned by individuals. PDP is owned by the people, not by one or two persons, no. Yes, we have our founding fathers. They gave us the blueprint. It has been adopted by the people. So we're not worried at all because we know they will come back. We are creating the opportunity, we are creating the atmosphere for them to come back. So we are good to go.
Well, you say you are good to go, but I'm wondering what you make of the PDP.
Yeah, sure.
I'm wondering what you make of the PDP in Oshun State endorsing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second term. How is this likely to affect your party's chances in the 2027 presidential election?
People can make comments at this period, at this time. It was only yesterday we now said, well, don't demarcate your party. And I believe people understand that. And what that means is that by the time we go to the convention, after we have gotten our new ESCO on board, we'll reel out more of our information. And then people will take position, because so far we don't have a candidate. Maybe that's why you see people talking about Tinubu. But in any case, what are you going to do in APC, for God's sake? What are you going to do there? It's so evident that they are not a party. It's so evident that they cannot address Nigerian issue. Look at how the president promised that it was going to be light, only for us to hear that they spent 10 billion to put, VATA in the villa. And he promised that as soon as they enter, they'll give us light. They've allowed those in the power sector, all kinds of I don't understand what's going on with them. Is it insecurity? Is it hunger? These things are real. But we have the media touch for that. How to resolve it? They can't. The only thing they have in advantage is that they tell lies, and then they run around, they run with our mandates. That's the only thing they're good at. But as for governance, they don't have what it takes. It's only the PDP that has what it takes in governance that can address the sufferings, the peace and prosperity of this nation. Only PDP can do it.
Well, Chief Ogidi, allow me to use your own example. You're talking about how in the villa they're using solar, even though they promised to give us light. But the PDP had promised to give us a good opposition party and something to challenge the APC. But you still haven't dealt with Nyesom Wike. He's the big thorn sticking out, the biggest elephant in the room. He's been obviously working with the APC to undermine the PDP. He's gone unpunished and unopposed. You've been on this channel multiple times saying that there are internal committees working on addressing the situation. But for 2 years now, he's gone unscathed with his anti-party activities. So who exactly is going to be addressing him? We know that Bukola Saraki led Reconciliation Committee was tasked to sort out the NEC meeting and the convention and all the other issues in between, not necessarily Nyesom Wike. So is he going to continue to get away with his anti-party activities, and how is that going to portend for the PDP at the end of the day?
We don't want to be distracted with those things, but let me assure you, you see, this period, Wike, whether you like it or not, I may not be one of those who get excited when his name is mentioned. But the truth of the matter is that, yes, he still claims to be in PDP. The advices were very clear. Don't demarcate your party. And if you continuously demarcate the party, you'll be sanctioned. You don't worry. Let not your heart be troubled. Whoever demarcates the party will be sanctioned at the appropriate time. You can be sure of that. Some of them have come back. They were in the meeting yesterday. They brought in their suggestions. We look at them. So, the politics is a very interesting game. Even the ones who castigate you today will become your friends tomorrow. But if someone becomes unrepentant, then the books will be thrown at the person. But right now, the truth of the matter is that his matter is an aside. We're focused on having the party on track. But let me also assure Nigerians, whatever Tanton is doing will not derail what we are doing. It will not. We are focused on delivering. We are focused on doing whatever we are doing. But whoever wants to join the opposition is free to join the opposition. But whoever wants to disturb us will be shown the way at the appropriate time.
So what decision did the PDP NEC take regarding lawmakers who defected to other parties? And what implication does this have for the party's legislative strength?
Well, since they defected, whoever has defected will go to the legal processes. The legal advisor and his group have been advised on what to do. We'll go after them.
Well, what is the plan for the new generation of PDP leaders and members? What strategy will the party use to usher in some youth, maybe even some women, and ensure greater inclusivity within the party, while also managing the many stressors that the party is currently facing?
You see, nature abhors vacuum. And because people are leaving, others are also coming in. And you see, because of what happened the other time and we got to where we are, we cannot make that same mistakes. So you can be sure that we're going to look at all the indices. And by the time the zoning committee finishes being inaugurated and finish their job, and we're set to go, of course we're going to set the criteria for the new ESCO. This time we are going to make sure, as you say, we have to refine it properly. We're not going to make that mistake again. But you see, thank God, the end of this is working as a family now. Most of our disagreement have been resolved. You can see that we are now on the fast lane. We're almost on auto drive now. So as for the women, of course we know that. We can't toy with the women. You know, PDP does not toy with women. You know, the women, look at how they have excelled. Konye Wala was one of our, for us. Look at how she has excelled in the world. It's not possible. We don't look down on women. We appreciate them, and we always work with them. As for the youth, this is the era of the youth. So, why do you think we'll not take them serious? They're the bulk of the population. They are our voting strength. The women and the youth are our voting strength. Therefore, we hold them in high regard.
Now, Chief Ogidi, what guidance did the PDP NEC provide for the party's leadership ahead of the 2027 general election? And what are the expectations for the party's performance in the next general election?
No, right now, like I said, our job, because I'm also a member of the Reconciliation Committee, we're still reconciling those who are still annoyed for one reason or another. But the most important thing, those things that we have done before that offended them, we're dismantling them. Those persons who are really aggrieved, we're addressing their issues, be it the zonal arrangement or the corporate arrangement or the state arrangement. We're dealing with all of those things. And we're also preaching peace and reconciliation. That is why we are trying to apply the carrot and stick, more of the carrot than the stick. But when we have to use the stick, you can be sure we use the stick. Therefore, all our stakeholders at the various levels, especially the elders, understand this point. The BOT in their meeting yesterday took very strong position, and the NEC recognized that. So you can be sure that the next crop of officers you see will deal with all of these things that the NEC has already streamlined. Does that answer you, please?
Yes, we'll have to take your word for that and have this discussion with you again when the time is right. Thank you so much, Emmanuel Ogidi, Interim Chairman of the PDP South-South Zonal Caretaker Committee. Thanks for coming on Newsday.